Hello, everyone. So, in honor of telling my team at work today that I will be moving in June, which they're awesome. They're very happy for me. I'm a bit sad because I do like this job. But as all jobs do, there's, ups and downs. And I work at a university, so higher ed has its, up and downs, especially when you're not a faculty member. But in honor of that, I wanted to talk about, the job market. And I did a count yesterday of all the different jobs that I have applied for that I could remember slash keep track of. And I think I'm missing probably give or take 5 to 10. So the ones I'm aware of, I have applied for 64. So we'll say 64 plus, probably on the lower end or the higher end of 60, lower end of 70 jobs in the last few months, which is not as crazy as some people, but that is pretty crazy for me. I have been out of school for quite a few years, and it's the first time where I've had to apply for more than 20 jobs. And I only had 2 interviews. One was an actual official interview, and one was a phone interview. And then I say a half interview because it's really just a back and forth of messages. And that's just never happened to me before, so definitely been an interesting experience. Never thought that it would be this hard to find a job, especially with experience under my belt and a bachelor's degree. And now I'm in my 30s and I'm like, can't find a job. So that's been interesting. So I would say I'll say like 65 job applications. Probably about 15 official rejections through email. One was one I did an interview with. They decided to hire internally. Another one, they said that I was fairly qualified. It was at a college. And since most of my career has been in education of some form, I was pretty qualified for it, but they said they decided to go with someone even more qualified than me and that their applicant pool was really large. That was the one I had a official interview for, and it was crazy because, to be quite honest, I felt like I was overqualified for that position, and then when they're like, oh, we went with someone more qualified, I was like, how, but I think the job market right now is just not in a place where a lot of people are being hired, so that's something that I wasn't expecting. My brother just graduated college and he is also really struggling to find a job, so is my cousin. So it seems like it's a problem all around, just no matter the industry. So that's been really interesting to kind of find. If you guys have the same experience, let me know down below. But yeah, so I've had 2, I will say 2.5 interviews, 15 rejections, and the rest have ghosted me. Granted, I applied for 8 of those jobs yesterday, so it's just been interesting. I think the first half of the time, probably the first like 20 ghostings slash job denials that came in, I felt really down, and I felt like, why am I not good enough? Why did I get an education? What did I do wrong? Did I pick the wrong field? Like, what am I supposed to do with my life? And I mean, those feelings are still there, but they're a lot quieter because I've come to realize that it's not really a me problem, right? It has nothing to do with how hard I work or the merits of who I am as a person, although I would say that job hunting is one of the most soul-sucking experiences of one's life. it definitely feels a lot better now, because at this point I've just applied for so many jobs. I just keep applying for more, and if I get a rejection, I'll apply for 8 more, 10 more, 5 more here and there. Whatever I think I'm remotely interested in, whatever I'm remotely qualified for, just anything and everything. And at the same time, I am still looking at if it will serve me well and my mental health well, because that is important. But I've realized that it's just how the job market is right now, and it has no bearing on me. So if you are struggling out there with your trying to find a job, just know that it's not you. It's not. It's the market, and that's just how life is, you know? There's gonna be times where it's harder to find a job, and there's times where it's gonna be really easy. And before I got my current job, I only applied to 2. Well, no, that's not true. I applied for 10 jobs, got 2 interviews, 2 offers, and then I got in, and it was all pretty quick within like a month of applying. So there's seasons like that, and then there's seasons like this, and I think that's just how life is, and shouldn't get discouraged, and we can do it, and it's gonna be a-okay in the end. So I guess I needed to hear that, and so I'm putting those words out for you guys as well. So as my grandma always says, keep on keeping on.